Bible Thought continues the Zechariah story, and it's in Luke chapter 1. So if you want to read the whole thing, which it's a lot more fun to read it just straight through, but if not, you can listen to it little by little. And it is a Christmas story. So yesterday, the verses talked about Zechariah was in the Holy of Holies serving the Lord, burning incense, and an angel appeared to him. So now we're going to find out, how did Zechariah respond or react to this situation? Think about how you would respond or react. It would freak you out. It did. Zechariah was freaked out. Luke chapter 1, 12 and 13. Zechariah was shaken and overwhelmed with fear when he saw him. But the angel said, say it along with me, but the angel said, don't be afraid, Zechariah. God has heard your prayer. Your wife Elizabeth will give you a son, and you are to name him John. Let me tell you, there's so many things crazy weird about this passage that may not seem that crazy weird at first. The fact that he was overwhelmed and shaken with fear and all that, no, that makes sense. I think we would all be scared and just completely freaked out. And the angel always, almost always, if you look through the Bible at all the times angels appear to people, almost always the first words out of the angel's mouth are, do not be afraid. Don't be afraid. Do not fear. Because they know they freak us out. They realize that we're scared. But the fact that God had heard his prayer, that means Zechariah and Elizabeth had prayed for years. Since they first got married, they prayed that they might have a child. They had prayed and prayed and prayed. And I don't think they doubted that God heard their prayer. And I think maybe they just felt like God's answer was no. But in this case, God's answer was wait. Wait for the right time. And he said, your wife Elizabeth will give you a son. So the fact that they're not going to just have a baby, they're going to have a son, somebody to carry on the family name. Meaning the child's name probably, if the family had anything to say about it, would have been Zechariah, like Junior. So in this case, the angel says, you are to name him John. Okay, that kind of came out of the blue. So we're going to find out tomorrow. Well, you can find out faster if you read it yourself, but find out tomorrow how Zechariah puts his foot in his mouth. And that's the last thing he says, too. So I love this story. And like I said, you don't have to wait. You could just read Luke chapter 1 and find out what happens.